Hey, what's good, folks? You know what it is. It's your boy Jay, and I'm here with another video for you today, man. So if you folks don't know, Stephen A. Smith and Willie D have been going back and forth on YouTube and social media for a while. Now, the latest installment of their rift centers around what the B.E.T. Awards did for OJ Simpson. Now, if you don't know, the B.E.T. Awards, what they do is they do like a montage of all the people that were lost during this year. And one of the people that came up was OJ Simpson. Now, Stephen A., we all know Stephen A. always has an opinion about something. What happened was Stephen A. Smith went on his podcast and said that B.E.T. shouldn't have did that because of what OJ was accused of doing back in the 90s. Which was the deletion of two people. Even though OJ Simpson wasn't found guilty of the initial crime, he was found guilty in a civil lawsuit. So Stephen A. said it was tasteless and classless for B.E.T. to do that for OJ Simpson. Now, Willie D jumped in and said, you know what? This coon, Stephen A. Smith, always got something to say bad about black folk. Now, Willie D also said that OJ Simpson, he was found not guilty. And we need to celebrate OJ Simpson because even though OJ Simpson's had a bad rep on his name, OJ Simpson is one of the best running backs in NFL history. He's a great actor, all these different things before this allegation stuff came up. And he went as Stephen A. Now also, another person that jumped into this was Faison Love. And Faison Love has not really been the biggest fan of Stephen A. Faison Love also said what Willie D said. Stephen A, you need to keep your mouth shut and don't worry about it. You always got something to say when it comes to black folk. But when white folks say something, you kind of do this. I'm not going to really say anything. He brought up people like Dana White and other people who have been accused of doing things in the past as well. So Stephen A went back on his podcast and addressed Faison Love and addressed Willie D and all these type of things. And they've been going back and forth. Now, Kwame Brown also said something about Stephen A and talked about how Stephen A has been shooking and jiving for these folks. And, you know, Kwame Brown ain't been a fan of Stephen A either. Shooking and jiving for these folks because he's making a lot of money and all these things. And he says that Stephen A done sold his soul for the bread. Willie D, Faison Love, Kwame Brown, they all been coming for Stephen A. My opinion is that I'm going to say this. Even though OJ Simpson may have been accused of doing something bad, he was acquitted. I remember being a kid, and that trial went on for 8 months, and a jury of his peers found him not guilty. Also, if you don't know, OJ Simpson in his later years after he served time in jail came out and he was a sports analyst for the It Is What It Is podcast with Cameron and Mace. And I would watch it. And OJ would give insightful information about the NFL because he was one of the greatest running backs of all time, knew about it, reported it, all these type of things before all this stuff happened. So Willie D and Faison Love is like, yo, if B.E.T. wants to do a small memoriam for him, let him do it. Don't worry about it. Stephen A is like, yo, this ain't right. So, you know, the back and forth and all this Twitter rant stuff and all this rant stuff is where we are today. Now, my honest opinion, Stephen A may have a point, but at the end of the day, you can't tell B.E.T. what to do. Like, I can't tell B.E.T. not to put Glorilla on or tell them not to put Sexy Red on or put all these people on and have a ratchet show. I can't tell them to do that because I'm just one person. Like, you can't tell people, you can't tell corporations what to do. And most of the people in the comments side with Willie D and they side with Faison Love. And Stephen A, it seems like the one thing you'll say is I do a lot for black folk. I put a lot of black folk on. Yes, you have, Stephen A. You put on a lot of black folk. But at the end of the day, you also do some disparaging thing to black folk. Like the OJ Simpson, like your issue with Monica, you and Monica McNutt had your little back and forth. I covered that story as well, him and Monica McNutt having a back and forth. All these different things. And remember when Max Kellerman was called by Marcellus Wiley for being more black than you, and Max Kellerman is a white man. Remember, I did that video too. It's on my channel. Max Kellerman getting fired from ESPN because of Stephen A. Smith. Check it out. Stephen A. Smith, I would have this word of advice. Sometimes you can say things and give your honest opinion, but you know for a fact, if you say the wrong things, it'll get backlash. And Willie D is the type of person, he's like, yo, I'm going to call it out. Like, Willie D is like, yo, OJ Simpson is still black. Doesn't matter if he denounced himself on the black community and dealt with, white women and all that stuff. He's still black. He still needs to be remembered. He still needs to get the proper respect. And people in the comments be like, well, he did this, he did this, he did this. We don't know. We don't know. And Cameron and Solitude walked in the casino. I mean, if you see it, if you've seen him, Cameron walked in the casino or hotel or something wearing an OJ Simpson jersey, the OJ Simpson helmet, the Buffalo Bill whole get up. That's Cam. And Cam was Cam and Mace, I think pretty much brought OJ back to relevance because people weren't really interested in what OJ had to say, but what they did for OJ in his latter months, latter years, whatever, was commendable. Stephen A., bruh, you were wrong. If B.E.T. wanted to do it, let him do it. I understand you didn't agree with it, but bruh, just like Willie D said, he's still black. He still needs to be remembered. Doesn't matter what he did. What do y'all folks think? It's your boy Jay, here with another video. If you like the video, hit that like button. Also hit the subscribe button. On my road to 5,000 subscribers. What do you think? Is Stephen A. Smith right for calling out B.E.T. as far as giving OJ Simpson, a part of their memoriam on the B.E.T. Awards? Let me know in the comments below. Until next time, I'm out.